operate with extreme urgency, then we have a chance of making life multiplanetary. Still just a chance, not for sure. If we don't act with extreme urgency, that chance is probably zero. And the rate of innovation is not going to be constant. It's either going to increase the rate of innovation, or it's going to slow down. If you look at American access to space with Crew, we were able to go to the moon in '69. Then with the space shuttle, we could only go to low Earth orbit. And the space shuttle retired. And then for almost a decade, there was no America had no access to space with people. So this is a pretty bad trend. It's trending to zero.
Right.
We need a very strong trend in the other direction in order to have any chance whatsoever of making life multiplanetary.
Yep.
So that's the reason for the extreme sense of urgency.
build the technologies necessary to make life multiplanetary. To answer more seriously, if you consider the nature of importance itself and say, how do you tell that anything is important? Well, the lens of history is a helpful guide here. And the more you zoom out, the more you can distinguish the things that are important over a great span of time, the truly important things, versus the things that may seem important in the moment but are forgotten once that moment has passed.
Good evening. What's going on, guys? This is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live. I feel like it's been a bit, in a way it has. Welcome. It is technically Tuesday, but coming to you live on a late Monday evening. Great to see you guys. We've got a lot of familiar faces in the chat tonight. Definitely some few new folks, but mostly some solid members. Always good to see you guys. We're just going to get down to it, boppers. Who do we got in the stream tonight? We've got Justin Howard. We've got Crypto Tank Girl. We got Stormer144. We got Larry Ramirez. We've got Robbie Gilchrist, the Dogecoin Dolphin, coming in big and strong. I'm going to get to that momentarily. Wow. Hector the Dude, Hump Deezy, ALR Chapter, Brad Hassang, Kyle S., Low Roller, and Papa Egod, Steve Ravas, Marco, Scott, and the list goes on. The list goes on. Guys, before we get started, if I could just ask you to hit that like button. It's the number one thing you can do to help a channel like this get up into those tricky YouTube algorithms. It takes a split second of your time. It doesn't cost you a dime. Secondly, if you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you. You're watching Steele Live, Doge After Dark. I am Steele. We've got an awesome community here. Would love to have you be a part of it on our ascension to the moon, Mars, and beyond. So just hit subscribe. Hit all on that notification bell. If you've already subscribed, hit all on that notification bell. I can't stress the importance of that, folks. I can't stress the importance of that. The Doge has been riding what appears to be what we could comfortably call a new floor, comfortably over 31 cents at this point. And this is all good news, and I will get into why I think that's good news momentarily. But kicking things off right and out of sight, my goodness, with huge support coming in from Robbie Gilchrist with one super chat for 69 Canadian dollars and 99 cents. Just massive, Robbie. And then he did a twin spin from Robbie Gilchrist, the Dogecoin Dolphin. Hugely appreciated, greatly appreciated, Robbie. Can't thank you enough, man, honestly. Thank you so much for coming in big with your generous support of the show and this community. Thank you so much, man. Honestly, I honestly don't know what to say. Here we go, guys. We've got a lot of stories to get into tonight. And obviously, if you got any other questions or comments, just feel free to put them in the chat. I will keep up with things as best as I can. And if you're not a member yet, if you consider becoming a member, it's another great way to support my efforts over here. You just simply click join and you'll see 3 different tiers of membership there. And unlocks a lot of membership features and extra things that extra content for members. But top of the pops, let me see what we got here, guys. Just going into my notes here. This one's pretty wild. This has to do with Bitcoin. Mayor of this U.S. city raising funds to give all residents $1,000 in Bitcoin each. The mayor of Cool Valley. Yes, that's the real name. That's a real name of a real place. A city in the U.S. of Missouri is raising funds in order to give Bitcoin to all residents in the city. However, he does not want them to sell their Bitcoin immediately, noting that the price of the cryptocurrency is $500,000 per coin years later. People are really going to regret selling. I would agree with this mayor. The mayor of Cool Valley plans to give Bitcoin to all residents. This is wild. This is in St. Louis County of Missouri. Population of only about 1,500. The mayor, however, has an ambitious plan to make residents of his wealthy city, and it involves giving everyone their Bitcoin. Cool Valley Mayor Jason Stewart shared his plans on Thursday in an interview with KSDK, an NBC affiliate, noting that he is raising funds to put Bitcoin in the hands of every inhabitant in the city, this city. It's digital gold, he says, when I would like to see every single household in my city receive some level of Bitcoin, whether it be $500 or $1,000. I have friends whose lives have been completely changed, like going from working a regular 9-to-5 job to being worth well over $80 million in a matter of a few years, added the mayor, who calls himself an entrepreneur and an environmentalist. He revealed that most of the money to fund his Bitcoin gateway plan will come from several unnamed Bitcoin investors. So these would be good Samaritans, good crypto Samaritans that would be donating on the effort to make every resident of Cool Valley a Bitcoin holder. I have some very supportive donors who have agreed to match any money that I raise up to several million several millions of dollars. I'm trying to get a few government funds as well along to go with that, of potentially some relief money that comes from COVID relief. You know, if the government's going to grant COVID relief money, it might as well go to crypto. Honestly, it's better if they're going to do it. It's much better spent on Bitcoin, in my opinion. The mayor, however, does not want the residents to sell their Bitcoin after receiving it. To prevent this from happening, he said, we're putting in place like a vesting schedule for Bitcoin. The idea is that maybe you don't touch it for 5 years before you get full access to it. Probably a pretty good idea. Probably a pretty good idea, because there's a lot of stupid people out there, folks. Let's be honest. There's a lot of stupid people out there. And even more so, there's a lot of impatient people. So if you're going to give Bitcoin away to every person in your township of 1,500, I think putting a stipulation that you can't touch it for at least a few years minimum is probably going to be a real, not even probably, that's an excellent idea. Excellent idea. Anyway, meanwhile, some cities in the U.S. are trying to become Bitcoin hubs like Miami, Florida, and Jackson, Tennessee. The mayors of these two cities are trying to get their local governments to accept Bitcoin for payments and potentially keep BTC on their balance sheets. Let me see what's going on in the chat. We've got Miles G coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Miles G. Did you see Upcoin has been pumping? Yes, I did see that. He's not even joking. He's not even joking. Upcoin, now it all depends what you define as pumping, but I'm not saying there's major gains there, but it's you know, by definition, Upcoin is technically pumping today. I did see a post about how there's a new group of people that are reviving it. It's a small group. They are committed to the reviving the token and have completed their deal with getting all the rights to it from Upshot, and are relaunching the thing. And apparently this is rubbing some people the right way, because it is starting to get some go up in value. Now, does that value anything significant? Oh, probably not. Will it get anything significant? Probably not. But stranger things have happened, my friends. Stranger things have happened. And good to see you, Miles, and thank you for that. But back to this mayor of Cool Valley. Aside from having an excellent name for a township, I think this is an incredible idea. This is just the sort of innovation and forward-thinking elected leaders that we really need. You know, when you think about how much money government wastes on just frivolous nonsense, just pisses away on frivolous nonsense, even in small townships like this. Instead, to give back to the citizens, you know, and you figure how many adults of legal age, 18 and over, within a township of 1,500, and then each one of those people gets $500 in Bitcoin. That is going to be life-changing for to a degree. Now, I'd like to see them put on, if they really want to see some margins, they could put it on dog money. They could put it on Ethereum. They could put on ADA, which we'll get into. But, you know, just like Dogecoin is often a gateway crypto for a lot of people, so is Bitcoin. And the longer you hold, the more life-changing your gains will be. So, yeah, I just thought that was an interesting story and a good example of innovative leadership. The more we need much more innovative leadership like that. And yeah, what happened with last night's stream? You guys are asking. What happened last night? Well, I just moved into a new apartment, you guys, and unfortunately the internet was all screwed up, and I wasn't quite sure why. But I had a serviceman come over this morning to take a look at it. And what happened is my coaxial connection was frayed and hadn't been replaced in many, many years. And not only that, but the last person that installed my internet split my connection with another unit, so I was only getting half the juice that I should be for my cable and internet, right? So that was repaired too. And that's why the stream's back on track. I'm excited because I don't think I'll be having any more lag issues at all now that I'm getting... I got a new strong internet connection that has recently just got rejuvenated and repaired. So I think we're good to go, guys. I think we're good to go. Wonder how much Upshot walked away with his little stunt. You know, that is always the $1 million question, RW. No one really can know or quantify except for him and his son. It's really hard between the wallets and the multiple wallets and airdrops. It's just a very difficult thing to try to quantify or figure out, and I'm not sure if we ever will. And you know, it is what it is. Next story here comes courtesy of Newsweek. OnlyFans porn ban is catalyst for sex workers to move to cryptocurrency. Wow, guys. OnlyFans, the pay-per-view service once credited to revolutionizing the adult industry, is now set to ban sexually explicit content. In a statement on August 19th, the company revealed the move was in order to comply with the requests of our banking partners and payout partners. Well, this is good news. This isn't good news for them. Well, this news has caused outrage among the sex workers who built the site's success. It is a big opportunity for the crypto industry to capitalize by offering platforms that are not held to ransom by financial institutions. Guys, I said this almost verbatim a few days ago. If you go back to the tweet where I addressed this very thing, and I'm scrolling back right now, I said this very thing, but, you know, in the fashion of Steele. I'm scrolling back here. Where is it? Here it is. 2 days ago, I said this. It's important to understand that OnlyFans does not want to change its business model. It's being forced to by our banking systems and payment service industries. The authoritarianism is out of control. Dogecoin is an ideal alternative to this, and I think that was pretty well stated. I think that this is a very big opportunity potentially for Dogecoin, and I want to say this as someone who's not particularly. I'm not a fan nor anti-fan of OnlyFans. It's one of those things. It is what it is. I'm not a subscriber, but at the same time, this is a huge mega industry, and I believe in people's freedoms, personal freedoms, to be able to patronize such functions and industries with their own money if they'd like to. And so that being said, you know, this stuff's always going to be around. Honestly, I think adult content's one of the first things that mankind always works on bringing into fruition, pending on its given technological environment, right? I mean, we go back far enough, and there's cave drawings of people shagging, right? It goes back forever. But, you know, this is an incredible, huge, major opportunity here for cryptocurrency to really be the default go-to for all of these models, for all of these folks, predominantly women, who make up this industry. So this is wild stuff, wild opportunity here. Back to this article. Crypto analysis Christina Rudd tells Newsweek what's essentially happening here is that you have payment providers deciding what's right and wrong, which is really scary. And definitely not the kind of society that would champion democratic values. Well, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. I mean, it's so funny to see people that are up in arms about this now. Many of them are the same people who have turned a blind eye to matters of freedom of speech over the last several years. Hello. And now suddenly, when it particularly concerns this industry, they're starting to put the pieces together. Wait a minute. The collusion of governments with powerful corporations to give authoritarian overreaches and moralizing, deciding for us, maybe isn't such a good idea. Such a good idea. You think? Rudd explains that using blockchain-enabled technology is the way forward for the porn industry because content cannot be censored. And once data is on the blockchain, it's there forever. This is correct. The technology also has no central entity controlling it. Therefore, central-led pornography platforms will be immune to the moralizing whims of boardroom politics. I mean, yeah, I couldn't say it better myself. And we are seeing just a huge explosion, no pun intended, of NFTs. Much of the adult industry moving to NFT formats and content. So this is, I think this is huge potential for cryptocurrency, specifically Dogecoin, because Dogecoin is one of the cryptocurrencies that people spend, people are willing to part with. And so just keep an eye out on this. I think there's potentially very likely huge silver linings here, Yeah, I agree, Kyle. What is OnlyFans going to have now? What else does it have? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they're going to go. I think if I had to take a guess, I would say that OnlyFans is going to make an attempt to position itself to be a sort of video version of Patreon for content creators releasing subscription only non sexually charged stuff. I mean, the thing is, when you think about stuff like that, it's usually done through the tools that Facebook provides here or that Patreon provides there. I don't know. I think the future of OnlyFans looks pretty iffy. So Robbie Gilchrist coming in with the big Doge energy. He says, let's go, let's surge it, let's do it to it. Guys, the Doge right now has been consolidating pretty much all day around 31.5 cents, 32 cents for most of the day. But guess what? All indications show that we are mounting up right now to take off on another run that is very significant from everything that I'm seeing. We are in for a God pump, as it were, I think it is well on its way. You know, the bull flags forming right now are pretty extraordinary, and I am sticking. If you recall, my initial prediction about a week ago was this. As you recall, I said Dogecoin is going to get to 37 to 40 cents within the next 2 weeks, and that was a week ago. So we're about a week in. We're sitting just at about 31.5 cents. We got a week to go to make good on that prediction, and I'm sticking to it. I'm not augmenting it. From everything I'm seeing in the charting, everything that I've been looking at, I think it's a high probability. I'm putting it at high probability that Dogecoin will make it to 37 to 40 cents within 7 days from now, folks. So strap in. This rocket is getting ready to take off again. And so get ready to be in the green scene, if you know what I mean. Green weenies, I love it. Green weenies, I love it. Miles says, I'm going to create a OnlyFans this week. No joke. Keep us posted, Miles. She Mama Crypto's keeping an eye on you too. So, as I've said many times in the past, guys, go for it, have at it, but just be sure that OnlyFans aren't your only plans. Your only plans. This next story comes courtesy of Yahoo Finance through Bazinga. Ethereum will continue to beat Bitcoin in 2021, says the DeVere Group CEO. This was penned by Shivdeep Diwali. Yes. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and it can be expected to continue this trend for the rest of the year, he said. Green highlighted that Ethereum is up by more than 240%, outperforming other benchmark assets, while Bitcoin is up less than 38% year to date. In his view, the two key factors of driving Ethereum's impressive performance are this. First, Ethereum has a higher level of real use potential, as Ethereum, the platform on which it is the native cryptocurrency, is the most in-demand development platform for smart contracts, thereby highlighting that network's value not only as a platform for the developers, but as a worldwide financial utility. Second, this is the second reason that this gentleman is stating that Ethereum is going to continue to outpace Bitcoin. Investor enthusiasm for the game-changing transition to Ethereum 2.0, which makes the Ethereum network considerably more scalable, sustainable, and secure. Correctamundo. This gentleman went on to say, I remain confident that Bitcoin will hit or even surpass its mid-April all-time high of 65,000. However, Ethereum's technological advantages over Bitcoin will mean that its value will exceed it probably within the next 5 years. There will be peaks and troughs along the way, of course, but Ethereum's ascent to the top of the cryptoverse seems unstoppable, he said. Well, I believe that this gentleman is right on the money with this. I believe he's right on the money. I believe that his observations are not only astute, but very keen and wise. Zombie Doge Army coming in with those Texas toast emojis. I love it, guys. I love it. So I do think that Ethereum, not a matter of if, just a matter of when, guys, will overcome the Bitcoin dominance that we have found ourselves saddled under ever since that we can remember with this market. That will not be a foregone conclusion of the future. Not only will it not be that, but I do believe we are going to have a new number one leader, and that is going to be the big ETH. Folks, ETH has more utility than Bitcoin, has a more wide case of uses, and its technological advancements with Ethereum 2.0 are only going to put that sort of thing on steroids, and that's going to appeal to various captains of industry even more so than Bitcoin currently is going to. And so, Steven, did you hear about that Visa purchased on the NFT for $150,000? Yes, I did hear about it, and it was definitely one of the stories I was going to get to tonight. So let me pull up my notes here. There they are. Yeah, there's an NFT that just sold for an incredible amount of money here it is. Okay. Because I was going to cover that later, but since someone brought it up now, we'll tackle it now. This comes courtesy of the New York Post. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Visa buys CryptoPunk NFT for $150,000 in Ethereum. Visa announced on Monday that it's bought an NFT of digital artwork called a CryptoPunk for nearly $150,000. NFTs are digital assets that represent ownership of visual items like computerized art and sports highlights. We think NFTs will play an important role in the future of retail, social media, entertainment, and commerce. Kai Sheffield, Visa's head of crypto, said in a statement, "This is just the beginning of our work in this space." So Visa, yes, that Visa, the credit card company carrier, bought a CryptoPunks NFT. Boy, oh boy, dogs and cats living together. The world is becoming a wilder and wilder place, isn't it, guys? Tim says Joe Rogan asks everyone if they've tried change. yeah. Tim says Steven Steele asks everyone if they've tried Texas toast. That's right. That is one of a key hallmark differences between myself and the esteemed Joe Rogan. I knew you meant DMT. That's all that Joe Rogan talks about. Did you try it? Did you try it, bro? Did you try it? Have you tried it, bro? Like any way to work it in, right? Any way to work it in. But yeah, NFTs have the potential to become a powerful accelerator for the creator economy and lower the barrier to entry for individual creatives to earn a living through digital commerce. Sheffield says NFTs are starting to usher in a new form of social commerce that empowers both creators and collectors. Yeah, I think that's pretty well summed up. You know who else has a pretty decent handle on the NFTs and the NFT scene, and who's kind of become the liaison to explaining such matters to the normies is Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton, you see her going on the nighttime talk show circuit, explaining NFTs, explaining cryptocurrency. And you know what? She does a pretty decent job. She does a pretty good job at it. She's I'm not sure if she's a Doge holder. It'd be great to get her on board, wouldn't it? It'd be great to get her on board. But she's certainly... See, here's a quote by her just at the bottom of this article. I didn't even know it. She said, "I see NFTs or non-fungible tokens as the future of the creator economy," Hilton said in an April blog post. Yeah, I mean, I think we are both... I'm of the opinion that NFTs are both in a bubble, but at the same time aren't going anywhere. But I don't think we're going to see tons of enormous big ticket amounts that we've seen in this bubble. I think we're on the tail end right now. But I do think that they're here to stay. I think this NFT economy is here to stay. It's just going to recalibrate a bit on what people are willing to pay and what people are willing to pay. Steven, you're so good at impersonations. Am I? But thank you. You know, and Paris Hilton, remember she used to have that show with Lionel Richie's daughter. What was that show called? It was The Good Life or something like that. It was on years ago. And then her tagline was just, "That's hot." And then she was actually, like, Kim Kardashian actually worked for her as like an assistant or something. And other than not that I find any of that fascinating whatsoever. I really don't. But what I do find fascinating is how involved in both cryptocurrency and NFTs she is. I find that rather amusing and curious. I think music artists like NFTs because they give a way to track music, file, and art purchase downloads to prevent piracy. Yes, that is true, Kyle S. And it's something I've been looking into myself for my own releases. The Simple Life. I knew one of my esteemed viewers would know the name of that long lost series. That long lost series. That was around the same time as they gave reality shows to Hugh Hefner's 3 girlfriends at the time when he was around. What was that called? And then that girl went on to do some things. Kendra, right? And all that. It's the same era of reality TV programming there. I don't love or hate it. I'm just kind of indifferent to it. Let me go to my notes here. This is what I'm looking at. It's kind of confusing because I have notes from last night and tonight. So I got a lot more to get to. And this one comes courtesy of the Daily Hold. The Daily Hold. Top trader warns not to sleep on Dogecoin. Flips mega bullish on Solana-based altcoin. A widely known crypto trader is warning people not to forget about the Doge, and he's flipping bullish on one of Solana's digital-based assets. The pseudonymous trader known as Kaleo tells his over 350,000 Twitter followers that he is bullish on the Doge. We're saying one more time because I love you guys. Don't sleep on Doge here, he says. Looking at Dogecoin against Bitcoin, Kaleo says that Dogecoin BTC will continue to go on a tear until it meets the high time frame resistance worth 44 cents at the time of writing. Again, guys, this is again coming back to the predictions that both Nick and I have made. I'd still put it in the high probability category that we will see Dogecoin between 37 and 40 cents within the next 7 days from now. Hey, yo, Steve, would you ever join Clubhouse, the app Clubhouse? I've never gone into a Clubhouse chat as of yet. I have downloaded Clubhouse. I think someone sent me an invite months ago, but no, I haven't participated. I wonder if the Playboy Mansion is still up and running. I would imagine it's so. But it'd be worth a follow-up, wondering who's living there now, right? Who's taking over that Playboy Mansion? Who's taking over that scene and holding those parties and holding court? Is it his son? I think his son is actually a family man, as I recall, so I'm not sure about that. I don't think he's the guy. Nick Balls got featured in an article about Dogecoin today. Well, that wasn't an article today. That came out 2 days ago now, but excellent press, excellent article. I spent a while covering it on the show here last night. So big congrats to my frequent co-host Nick Balls on that article in Bazinga, yes. But it was a very flattering article, and I think and they mentioned the show. They mentioned this show, and they put a hyperlink in here for this show, so that was cool. Thanks again, Bazinga. That was I love getting the headlines over Bazinga. It's a good time. So I would say that Kaleo's even a bit more bullish than I am, saying that the next stop is 44 cents. I don't know if I'd say that we can predict 44 cents, but I do feel comfortable with my 37 to 40 cents near future predictions still. And this next story here. Just joined. What have I missed? Welcome, Esteban. Good to see you, Esteban. All right. Ethereum founders skeptical of Dorsey and Zuckerberg plans. Check this out. Check these lyrics. Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuck may be making big plans in the does not see them as likely to gain much traction. The engineer, widely recognized as the inventor of Ethereum, the world's most used blockchain, cast doubts on Square Inc. Chief Executive Officer Dorsey's plan for the company to create a new business focused on decentralized financial services that uses Bitcoin. The largest cryptocurrency, Buterin said in an interview on Bloomberg Television, doesn't really have the functionality to do as it was designed, largely to crypto of the house. On Ethereum, there's native functionality that allows you to essentially directly put ETH or Ethereum-based assets into these smart contracts, into these lockboxes, where there's then arbitrary conditions that can govern how these assets can get released, said Buterin, who is one of crypto's most well-known developers. Jack is basically, get this, you guys, this is what Vitalik Buterin had to say about Jack Dorsey. Jack is basically going to have to essentially create his own system that enforces those rules. Oh, man, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right here. We have every reason to be skeptical of both Mark Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey. Have you guys ever seen, if you're wondering if you should be skeptical of Mark Zuckerberg, look up the YouTube footage of Mark Zuckerberg and Sweet Baby Ray's. He's like live streaming while he's grilling out in the background. He's with a couple friends. And he says, "Hey guys, I'm just relaxing. Got some ribs on the barbecue, and we're gonna enjoy our Sweet Baby Ray's. We're gonna have Sweet Baby Ray's, Sweet Baby Ray's." And he keeps talking about Sweet Baby Ray's over and over again in the most uncomfortable fashion. I guess that's what I'd put it. Casanova says, "You are good at podcasting, bro. You are underrated as well." Thank you so much, Casanova. I love it. I love it. Let's see here. Let's just keep it moving, folks. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it grooving. This one comes courtesy of International Investment. Cardano and Ethereum to make huge gains by year-end, predict crypto founders. It is widely reported in an interview that Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson has said that he expects ADA price to gain $150 levels by the end of the year, which translate into huge 60x gains from its current price of around $250. Earlier this week, Cardano's price surged to become the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap, behind Ethereum and Bitcoin. Hoskinson, who is also a founder of Ethereum, launched the Cardano blockchain platform in 2017. Cardano jumped past $2 earlier this month as it announced a September release date for the planned Alonzo upgrade, which could give smart contract functionality, allowing for automated cryptocurrency lending and trading. Meanwhile, Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin said during a live interview that he expects Ethereum price to be 10x from current levels, putting it at the $30,000 level by year end. This is the huge news. And this is what I really wanted to bring to you guys, because this is absolutely major. And it amazes me how many times this happens wherein a cryptocurrency journalist will set out to give an account and a story, but the big story is often overlooked and slipped in there on one sentence. And on this matter, the big story that gets overlooked is what this journalist Mark Battersby put in the last sentence of the article. Let me read this one more time to you because it's absolutely major. Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin said during a live interview that he expects Ethereum to be 10x from current levels, putting it at $30,000 per coin by year end. Wow. $30,000 Ethereum by year end? It sounds like crazy talk to me, but Vitalik Buterin is the one that's saying it. That is a wild, wild stuff. Wild stuff. Elon's an alien, someone says. Zook is an alien. Zuck. Anybody ever get zucked on Facebook? That is the lingo for when you get banned, when you get the ban hammer. I remember I got suspended a few times for 30-day periods over the most innocuous, inoffensive things. Where I was just joking around with a friend. Man, those TS. With Facebook and big tech, it's just wild, guys. It's just wild. Yeah, Vitalik is not the type to BS. He's not the type to just talk a bunch of hype. On the contrary. So that's what makes the statement even that much more provocative and wild. I know it. Some wild, wild stuff. Wild stuff, folks. Bitcoin, you guys. Bitcoin passed $50,000 for the first time since the beginning of May. And that's how you know things are bullish. Bitcoin prices topped 50K for the first time in over 3 months on today. The cryptocurrency traded at 50,200, up from 2.4% from where it sat just 24 hours ago, according to CoinDesk. Monday's moves say that 3 times fast. Monday's moves mark the latest milestone. That's a lot of M's in one sentence. For which has regained ground since peaking around 64K in mid-April and then tumbling alongside of other cryptocurrencies, adding a skidding low of 29,608 last month. Bitcoin has leapt 70%. My, oh my, can things change pretty quickly. My, oh my, can things change pretty quickly. Bitcoin bouncing back to over 70%. That is incredible. Incredible. I remember Facebook was censored. My sister DMing her about, yeah, I believe it. Casanova. Can you tell us about what kind of business you're running? I would like to, but I can't. I don't feel comfortable discussing those details about my life anymore after a few scares that I've had and threats by some not so reasonable, sane people. So, but I will say this: I do accept Dogecoin at my place of business. A surge of retail investor enthusiasm has helped Bitcoin soar in the recent few months of the year, but prices took a hit after a series of setbacks, including Tesla Inc. said it would no longer accept Bitcoin. We all know that, but it's all coming back. Bitcoin's coming back to Tesla. Dogecoin is just a matter of time when that's going to go down. So it should be wild, wild stuff. Wild stuff on the horizon. ADA is just tearing up a storm. Let's do a market rounder here. And right now, Bitcoin is up just under 50,000, hanging in strong. It's down 1% for the day, but no big deal. No big deal. This is still a bullish market. Make no mistake about it, guys. Just put that in perspective for you. Bitcoin is up 7% over the last week, up almost 48% over the last month. Dogecoin is actually down 6% over the last week. But guys, over the last month, guess how much traction Dogecoin has made over the last month as of right now after retracements? 63%. 63%. We are positioned so nicely, so wonderfully, so wonderfully. And then ADA, though, check this out, guys. ADA is up 137% over the last month. All thanks to what Charles Hoskinson has been promoting, the Alfonso hard fork. Alfonso hard fork just sounds like the sort of movie I never want to see. I never want to see, Charles. And I don't know why he decided to name it that, but he did. ADA Cardano is riding at $2.87 right now. Congrats to those of you who have been holding on to their ADA for so long, waiting for some big breakthroughs. Now is your time. Now is your time. Stormer, I agree with what you're saying there. I agree. I agreeable. All right. Let me get back to my notes here, guys. Let me get back to my notes here. Check this out. Elon Musk says SpaceX has shipped 100,000 Starlink terminals. SpaceX has shipped 100,000 Starlink terminals so far. It is now serving 14 countries with license applications pending and others, according to the tweets from founder Elon Musk. Musk's Monday update implies that SpaceX has added 10,000 new Starlink internet service customers in about just 3 weeks. SpaceX President Gwynne Shotwell said that in February 2020 that the company will likely spin off Starlink and hold a separate IPO for the unit in upcoming years. This is big. The expansion of SpaceX and its satellites for Starlink, I think it's going to bring in new folds of people into cryptocurrency that we haven't seen before. Because if you figure, we forget there are a fair amount of places in this world and even in this very country where an internet service is elusive. High-speed internet service is a very elusive affair. Once you're able to give these regions high-speed internet options where there were none, and those are a lot of territories, suddenly not only do these people have access to the internet, but they have access to cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency is on the absolute cultural rise right now. People are looking to next level their lives, work smarter, not harder. So I think Starlink inadvertently is going to be bringing in lots of new crypto investors as a consequence of its technological offerings. Alan Snyder, guys and gals, we're just in the infancy. I agree. See, we got people in the chat that are talking about right now. Zombie Doge Army says, hey, I'm in the middle of nowhere. So only one ISP is available, and it sucks. It's exactly what I'm talking about, guys. Thanks to Starlink, that will be no more. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Yes. This is a funny story. Came out from Elon Musk today. Speaking of which, Elon Musk says Tesla's latest beta self-driving software is, quote, unquote, not great. FSD Beta 9.2 is actually not great in my opinion, but Autopilot AI team is rallying to improve it as fast as possible, Elon Musk wrote on Twitter. Musk's critical tweet on Monday came just after he touted Tesla's prowess and autonomous systems and components for them at an event called Tesla AI Day. Musk's critical tweet also follows the launch of a formal investigation into Tesla's autopilot system by the Federal Vehicle and Safety Authorities. Yeah, they're not going to get anywhere with that one. They're not going to get anywhere with that one. Just mark my words. But I just think this is another example of how hilariously dry and funny that Elon is in these matters. He's the first person to admit, like, when they are in a phase of technological advancements, whether it's for SpaceX or something else, that things just aren't quite where they need to be yet, but that they will be. And I appreciate that sort of candor. I find it both humorous and enlightening. Yeah, Tim says Elon doesn't pull punches even on its own companies. I love it. Big agree and great comment, Tim. Big agree and thank you for that. All right, next story here, gang. Next story. So here's another story from Bazinga called How High Can Ethereum Go, right? And it's just kind of a general technical analysis that are proposing the same question. How high can it go? How low can it go? Well, what we do know is Vitalik Buterin is saying that Ethereum will likely make it up to $40,000 per coin by the end of the year. What a wild, wild prediction. Zombie Doge Army coming with a $3 super chat with that Shiba Inu sticker. My hero. My hero. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing up here tonight. Let me see what else here. This comes courtesy of the New York Post again. Dogecoin core developers release update in preparation for transaction fee reduction. Dogecoin core developers said on Twitter in the new Dogecoin core that the new Dogecoin core 1.14.4 update is designed to handle programming glitches and also to improve performance. The update has been given a recommendation for all Dogecoin users. This is incredible. We've talked about this over the last couple of days, but even more details are coming out about it now. And what does this upgrade do? What does this upgrade do? Let me break it down very succinctly for you. It's a big deal. It enables upcoming fee reductions. It improves synchronization speed up 2.5 times in some cases, so almost triple. RPC get peer info improvements. GUI options to add peers and import private keys. And security fixes. Pretty big deal, pretty big deal. Dogecoin co-creator Billy Marcus, who goes by the Sir username Shibatoshi Nakamoto on Twitter, noted that the update was in part of a two-stage update to record the fee and recommendation. We'll follow up, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, what do you make of this, guys? What do you make of this? I think that this is the most significant upgrade that Dogecoin has, that the devs have given to Dogecoin all year. This is incredibly significant now that the Dogecoin Foundation is back together. Again, Vitalik Buterin helming the blockchain advisory for that. Just incredible. This is all just so incredible. And let Let's see here, folks. Let's see. How long have I been going here? Oh, about 1 in the morning. Yeah, and if you guys got any questions for me, comments for me, I'm keeping an eye on the chat here, and I will do my best. Anyway. I do think that, just to restate, that Dogecoin is going to see 37 to 40 cents within the next 7 days of right now, guys. Right now. Stormer, welcome to agency. Welcome to membership. Appreciate that. I love to see that lean green on the screen, if you know what I mean. I love it. Keep an eye out for the members only chats and other features and functions for members only, including the emojis you just unlocked, my fine friend. And thank you for the support. By the way, membership only starts at $4 a month. You can't beat it. You can't beat it, folks. Come on. You can't beat it. Let me get back to my notes here. Just taking those soothing synthwave sounds while I pull up my notes. So this comes courtesy of Wall Street Journal. Cryptocurrency companies are leaving China in great mining migration. Well, no kidding. Who's been talking about this? We've been talking about this on the show. Nick has been talking about this on the show. Huge silver lining coming in. Texas is going to be the crypto mining epicenter of the world. I love it. So guys, I know tonight is a bit of a shorter show. That's about all I have for you. I know I did get on a bit later. I just wanted to let you guys know I didn't disappear. Yes, my health has been adversely affecting me, but the show goes on, and I'm going to keep going. Even if I'm struggling as much as I am going to keep the show going, keep this community growing, and keep my resolve focused. Don't worry, I will be back tomorrow night in much earlier time with Nick Balls, and then I got Sadaf bringing her back in. Sadaf, I've been talking to her. We were just texting earlier tonight. We're going to get her back in to do some co-hosting soon. But anyway, I want to appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing up and showing support, particularly Robbie Gilchrist, the Dogecoin Dolphin. Thank you so much for those generous super chats, and welcome Stormer to the membership. Welcome to the channel's membership. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming out. I'm going to leave you guys with an outro, and let's keep the positivity. We got this, guys. Until next time, this is Steele signing out.
You had that third failure in a row. Did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up. I mean, I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
There are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult. Probably not the guy that most people would bet on.
Who wins?
It's like a little kid fighting a bunch of sumo wrestlers. Usually the sumo wrestlers win. We're a little scrappy company. Every now and again, a little scrappy company wins. And I think this will be one of them.
Everyone from the Doge community that's in here tonight, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Right at this moment, I want you to stop what you're doing. Even anything else you might be doing, we'll have in the stream. And I want you to look. I want you to look at that computer screen monitor or that TV screen in front of you with that thumbnail art and my voice coming through to you right now. And I want you to understand one big, simple, epic concept. We are going to win. We are going to win. We are going to win. We've got the Doge momentum. Can you dig it?
Maybe have some fun. I mean, it's like there's a good chance that crypto is the future currency of Earth. Right. And then it's like, well, which one is it going to be? Like, what would be the most ironic outcome? That the currency that was invented as a joke, in fact, becomes the real currency.
Right. Wow. No, absolutely.
So,
to the moon.
To the moon.
When you had that third failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?
No.